All right, thanks for joining us for WLBT Plus First Alert Weather. Going to take a dive into your First Alert forecast here, starting off with the very mild and muggy conditions that we sent you out the door with this morning. Already in the upper 70s here in the metro. Some of you still in the low 70s, and it will be a slow climb through the remainder of the day because we still have a lot of thick clouds overhead.
Yeah.
But you're definitely feeling the warmth with the amount of moisture that we have in the air.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that it's in the mid 70s. It feels really nasty outside. And we're going to be seeing that continue to rise throughout the day today. So highs only into the low to mid 80s, but feel like temperatures into the mid to possibly upper 80s just because of that humidity. No matter where you are, you cannot escape it. And you also can't escape the isolated rain chances into the forecast for you for the day today. It's very scattered, very isolated. So you don't really have to worry about keeping your rain gear close by. I always keep an umbrella in the back of my car just in case. So that's what I would recommend, just because they will be very much random and pop up throughout the day today.
Yeah, and we've got still some more rain into our First Alert forecast for the weekend. Now, it's not looking like a washout by any means, especially for Friday and Saturday. Now, there will still be scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder here or there, but your better rain chance is going to come on Sunday. But all of this together through even the early part of next week can amount to another inch or even 2 inches across central Mississippi, which is great news for us. We still need these rainfall totals to accumulate to get us out of that drought that we've been watching.
Yeah, and it's a bit iffy in terms of the amount of rainfall you could see, because in some cases you could see a little bit more than 2 inches. Some cases you could see a little bit less. It's really just if you see some of those isolated heavy storms that pop up either today, tomorrow, or even into Saturday, it's still, you could be seeing a couple, maybe half an inch more, half an inch less, depending on where you are. So a bit iffy in that, a bit iffy for your outdoor plans on Sunday, as well as we do have a frontal boundary pushing into our area. Again, that is just a bit iffy because of the timing, the exact moisture it's going to tap into. The widespread rain chances seem to be diminishing, but it still is a good chance that we could be seeing some showers and thunderstorms into the afternoon hours on Sunday. Same thing for Saturday, just more widespread for Sunday and continuing into Monday.
Just because that boundary is going to be moving through. And something else that's a question mark for us at this time, the exact track of what's Hurricane Rafael right now. So Category 2 storm, it did make landfall in western Cuba as a Category 3 storm yesterday. Most models have it making a westward and then a southward track, but there's still about half of them, I would say, that take it back up to the north, and you can see some of those models take it right here into central Mississippi. Now, do not think that that is going to be just a full-fledged hurricane coming right for us. That is not what we're expecting to see. If it can even hold together that long, then we would expect it to be maybe just a remnant low pressure, just bringing us some rain on top of the rain that we're already expecting with that front.
That's the only thing that the models can agree on is the fact that it is going to weaken. It's going to diminish in strength by the time it eventually heads either north or south. The National Hurricane Center has it going just due south. We're not even forecasted to have any impacts of that anywhere along the Gulf Coast. So it's still a bit of a question mark. The more trustworthy models have it going southward, but there's still a plenty of models, as we just saw, that have it actually turning north. So again, it's still up in the air, still a big question mark. We'll keep you updated if it does turn, but for now, don't expect any impacts into much of our area. So of course, there's still going to be impacts in terms of moisture. It's actually driving in a lot of the Gulf moisture into our area, keeping us very nice and humid and very tropical for November.
Very July-like.
Yeah, very July-like, to be honest with you. And it's not looking the best, so we will still have humidity into Saturday and Sunday, and that will continue into next week before we see that strong front to move in.
Yeah, so even early next week after the rain and behind this initial very weak front that's going to be kind of Sunday into Monday time frame, we are still going to be looking at some moisture left over in the area. So we'll still have spotty chances for showers in your First Alert forecast Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday looks to be our better shot at that stronger cold front moving through. Now, when I was looking earlier, some of them had it not here until Thursday or Friday. And then some models didn't even have us getting any rain into the middle or end of next week. But we're going to go with some of the ones that are a little more trustworthy that do show us seeing that bigger change for the middle and then eventually the end of next week with that stronger front.
Yeah, and that's really where all eyes are at. We talked about the rainfall possible this weekend. There's a comment here saying so Saturday might be okay for JSU football, and I think it should be, but I'd still keep your reindeer close by just in case. Isolated showers are going to be possible into the afternoon. I don't know when exactly.
And stay tuned into tomorrow too, because we'll kind of be able to give you more of an hour by hour look by tomorrow late morning of what your Saturday afternoon is going to look like. It's just a little far away right now to get those short range forecasts.
Yeah, and into the middle part of next week. That's where really we're focused on, because that's the stronger frontal boundary that is looking to bring us, if it does bring us rain, more widespread rainfall and actually cooler weather on the back end. So dry, cool air on the back end of things, which will be a very welcome change into the forecast, because we're sitting so hot and humid. So it's not going to feel as sticky into the end of next week. And highs are only going to be into the 60s, which is a very, very nice change.
Fall-like afternoons finally in the forecast for you. Now, our leaves are just about at peak coverage. So it looks like fall, but then you open the door, not so. The chilly mornings to go along with it too, just right around average for at least a short while next week behind that stronger front. Until we get there, more of the same for you. We've been seeing temperatures 10 to 15 degrees above average for the last 2 weeks. There have been a few brief reprieves in there at times, like typically just when we had some rain falling, and that's pretty much what you'll see into the next 7 days. Then this time next week, that's when the changes are here.
Yeah, and again, it's only with that really strong front, that's weak front that's coming in on Sunday. We're still talking about moisture, sticking around with it, even though that we're talking about a front. So it is important that you have ways to stay updated, because not only are we seeing these multiple fronts, but we're still tracking the hurricane into the Gulf. And if it turns south, if it goes north, no matter what, it's going to weaken. But still, we'll keep y'all updated on that. And I believe that's all we got for you.
That's pretty much it. It's pretty first alert forecast. But we said pretty much it. I mean, it's quite a few things to talk about and to look at, but they all go hand in hand with each other. And keep in mind too, even though we're all getting really excited about that potential stronger system next week, that it's still a question mark, because it is over a week away before we would see those impacts. So we're bringing you the first alert because we're excited for it to feel like fall, but you know, things can change.
It can change still. So of course we'll keep you updated on that, and someone will be here at 2:30 to give you the most updated models and looks at everything. But of course, if you have any questions, you can reach out to us, and have a great rest of your day.